Hey guys, it's Dave. It's Friday afternoon, probably my last check-in for Friday. I've had an amazing day. Got up early, got some work done, had a big breakfast, and then went for not a long bike ride, but a hard bike ride. So I'm not going to get in my long ride this week. Instead, I just went for about an hour and 20-minute, really intense hill repeat ride. And as I kind of close this out, on this week, I want to just talk a little bit about perseverance, because my business is about failure. And I don't know that people truly appreciate that. But my business is really about failure. And the guy who fails the most is the one who has the most success. And I know that is such a foreign concept because it's not something that we're taught in school, and it's not something that is easy to understand, okay? But I make mistakes all the time, okay? I made a big mistake today, and I sent out an email to the wrong group of people, and I got a bunch of people who are very confused by that email, and that's part of it, okay? And there was a time in my life where I would have hesitated to send out any email for fear of doing something like that and the repercussions of that. And now I'm just kind of over it, and I'm okay with saying I'm sorry and apologizing and explaining to people, hey, I made a mistake, okay? That's how this whole thing works, and that's how life works, you know? I think failure becomes much more obvious in our business because it's not just my failures that I sort of take personally or affect me, you know? It's the failures of my customers, you know, the people who really desperately need to lose weight and can't. And don't, and give up, you know, and sometimes it's because they think it's this sort of all or nothing thing that I've been talking about this week as far as, you know, 80-20 or 90-10, or, you know, trying to find this mix between the really good side of things and the not so good side of things and not letting things derail you. And sometimes that's what's going on for those people, but it's hard sometimes. It's hard to see people give up, not fail, but give up. You know, one of my coaches earlier this week posted something that I thought was really powerful, and it was that, you know, you're either winning or succeeding, or you're learning. And let's try to take failure out of this thing of, I made a mistake, you know, okay, well, I'm not going to make that mistake again, so I'm learning, right? So perseverance is what I'm talking about. It's also hard for me to watch people that I'm in business with struggle and give up and not follow through on their dreams and see something huge and for whatever reason give up on it. It's incredibly difficult. And so in a very, very real, tangible way, in order to be successful at what I do, you have to accept that failure is a huge part of the equation. In fact, it might be the most important part, because at some point you hit that wall, and at some point you hit those roadblocks, and at some point something over and over and over again is going to tell you stop. It may be, you know, your friends or family who, you know, are trying to tear you down because they don't want you to be successful. I don't know if you've ever heard the analogy of a bucket full of crabs, but what happens if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket? None of them make it out, because the first time one of them reaches onto the top of the bucket and has a claw hold to get out of there, the other ones all grab it because they want to use it as a ladder to get out. But guess what they do? Just pull right down in the bucket. Life can be that way. And I get it. I've been through it. I understand. Try to surround myself with people who will push me out of the bucket rather than people who pull me back down. But that's been a process. That doesn't happen overnight. It's about perseverance. It's about understanding what you want and getting a really, really powerful, solid image of that, and then chasing after that with relentless passion and unwavering faith that you are going to get where you want to go, and just understanding that along the way, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to screw it up. You're going to let some people down. That's part of who we are as humans. I posted this thing on my Facebook page earlier today. I'm just looking at it. It says, learning is a gift, even when pain is the teacher. And it's been doing really well on my Facebook page, not surprisingly, because it's true. You know, I had a mentor that I worked with for a long time, and he used to tell me, you know, Dave, your dreams need water. Dreams of yours, they're like plants. They need water to grow. And they tend to find that water in one of two places. The first one's sweat. Your dreams need water, and sweat is a big place they get it. And the second one is tears. And sometimes that's what it takes. For your dreams to come true and for you to continue to water that seed and help that thing grow into what your vision of it is, you're going to have to work your ass off. You're going to have to sweat hard. And you're going to have to shed some tears. So my message for you today, this Friday, is just to be good to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Understand that if you're making mistakes, that means you're trying. Whether that's in fitness or in anything else you do. Make mistakes. It means you're trying. Give yourself credit for that. All right? I'll check in with you over the course of the weekend. I'm excited. I'm going to have a great weekend tonight. We're having a party. That will be the 10% of the 90-10 equation for me, which is just how it is, and that's fine. I've got a busy weekend on tap of activity, all kinds of fun stuff planned with kids and for myself and for our family and for my friends. And so I'm really excited to head into this weekend. I hope you're all doing well. Again, be good to yourself. Remember, your dreams require water, and they get it from your sweat and they get it from your tears. So let that happen, okay? Let that happen and be good with it. Have a great weekend.